All right, let's talk about it. Is it draft Victor Wembanyama, whatever his name is, or trade the pick for the Detroit Pistons? Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, make subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. And when you look at Detroit Piston roster, they got an abundance of guards. And I think the next best player on the board seemed like, universally is Scoot Henderson. You already got Killian, you already got Jay Ivey, Cade Cunningham. So you got a plethora of guards already. And it's guard heavy right now in that mock draft. So my thing is, do they, if they don't get that Victor kid, do you trade out the pick, or do you continue to stockpile guards and let them figure it out? Because when you look at the team, the glaring weakness right now is the small forward spot and the power forward spot. That's kind of where they lacking at. And when you talk about at the small forward, I keep saying this, Cam Johnson is like the missing piece for them at that small forward spot. Somebody who don't need the ball, somebody who a knockdown shooter and can guard, multiple positions. That's exactly what they need at the small forward spot. Not so much a Bogdanovic who's gonna just keep taking shots. He make a lot of them, but you got enough shot takers and their own shot creators, in that lineup potentially with Cade Cunningham and Jay Ivey. That's enough right there in the starting lineup. You know what I'm saying? Then you just need somebody that's gonna stretch the floor and be able to defend at a high level the 3-pot spot, and at the 4 spot, you need somebody who gonna, be a modern force, stretch the floor, rebound, block shots, do those type of things. And that's kind of why I was kind of advocate for Kristaps Porzingis coming here if you don't get Victor, W. And I understand the risk with Kristaps Porzingis being injury prone, but everybody in the NBA injury prone now. It's all about load management. They don't build NBA players like they used to. So, obviously he the prized possession, but you talking about Orlando, Houston too could be in the same predicament. They done drafted so many guards just like us over the last couple of drafts. How many more guards you gonna stockpile? And that's the $1 million question. How many more guards can you stockpile, or are you willing to stockpile? And I think at that point, if you don't end up with him, or if it ain't a value, a guy high enough at another position of need, I think you trade out of there. Now, you don't get a pickup for free or for cheap just for the sake of giving the pickup, but I think you get out of there. I think you get out of there. You can stockpile. You obviously can clear the bench up and start adding guys to the bench. But the way these young guys think today, they feel if they ain't starting, they ain't doing nothing. So the Pistons got a lot of roster decisions to kind of make. Because they got a lot of guys that ain't producing the way they should be producing. And although they young and people love to use the Chris Middleton comparison, although a lot of these dudes is young, they overlapping and oversaturating the position is hurting development of all of them. To be honest, so they got some figuring out to do. But Victor Wembanyama, whatever his name is, he exactly what they need at the 4 spot. But like I said, if they don't end up with it, do you find somebody who could play the 4 in the draft? Do you reach? Do you trade it? Or whatever. You go ahead and take the next best player and you let them all figure it out, and you start trading guys as they figure it out and getting more assets. It's hard to tell with the Pistons because Dwayne Casey ain't did a good job of putting the system in place to showcase everybody's individual talent. He's not done a great job. His mission statement is to go out there and shoot threes. As young as they is, they don't run up the floor. They don't have the pace they should have. They're not coming together defensively. Offensively, it's just nothing but stretch the floor and shoot threes. It's just It's hard to tell. They need somebody that's going to come in and put structure around the Pistons. You know, off the floor, on the floor, it's just a big mess. And they're hard to watch because there is no structure. There is no structure. You know, there is no structure for this team. So that's just, you know, like I said before, you know, it might be a point where you take the next available guy no matter what position and y'all just figure it out. But he hurting the development of everybody, from Hayes to Stewart to Bay to Ivy, so all of that. The sign of a good coach, the reason why Ben Johnson is such a good OC for the Lions, he got a raise to stay and got a lot of consideration, you know, as a head coach, is because he fit an offense around Jared Goff. It was around what Jared Goff did well. Now, if Jared Goff had a different skill set, he'd have put an offense around that skill set Jared Goff had. And when it comes to Dwayne Casey, it's just go jack up threes. That's what the NBA doing. That's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do. So, like I said before, I think, you know, if you had to ask me, I'm taking the next best available guy, unless I get a hell of an offer for that pick. And I have a new coach come in and figure it out. But the amount of loyalty that Detroit franchises have to sorry-ass people running a franchise or being the head coach is crazy. You look at Martin Mayhew, Tom Milan. They got a promotion after the Lions went 0-16. They were promoted within the organization. Avila for the Tigers. How long it took them to get rid of Avila? Too damn long. Too damn long. You know, and Dwayne Casey, he should have been fired long ago. And I told y'all he wasn't the right pick. Wasn't hard to tell. Knew he wasn't the right pick. Well, he's done some great development. He ain't developed shit in Detroit. And they got worse and worse under him. They was going on 20-game losing streaks under him. That just lets you know in corporate America, if they like you, they go a long way. There's been guys in sports who got the job done and they ain't like them when they got fired. And that's why everybody becoming, you know, soft. And all, you know, they emasculate males everywhere, from every demographic. Because everybody want to be liked. And that's how you moving up the corporate ladder. It's not, you know, what you know, it's who you know and how they like you. And for me, you get the job done, you get the job done. And right now, Dwayne Casey ain't getting the job done. And we all can agree with that. Not only is he not getting the job done, he's hurting the development of these young players. So if they get the Victor W. Dude, however you pronounce his own name, do you trust Dwayne Casey with developing him and the rest of them young guys? I don't. I don't. I truly don't. But, you know, as of right now for them, I think you take the next best available player and you just, you know, you figure it out. I think that's where they should be at with it. I think that's what it is. You know? I think that's the move. That's the move. You take the next best available player. And you just figure it out. Now if you get a good deal for that pick, so be it. But right now, you know, Victor fit a need. Not only do we fit We fit from a talent standpoint. He fits a need for the Pistons. But like I continue to say, at that 3 spot, Cam Johnson fits the need too. You're just gonna have to pay him. It's a lot of the fat that you can get rid of too. It's a lot of the fat you can get rid of for the Pistons. You know, Bogdanovich, Sadiq Bey, the New York dudes, Nerlens Noel, Alex Burks. It's a lot of that fat you can shave off this team. You know, you can make an argument to get rid of Stewart, Bagley. It's a lot of them dudes they don't need. That ain't produced, but you know what? I kind of put an asterisk by that statement because Dwayne Casey ain't put them in the best position to succeed. Yeah, anybody but Ivy and Kay Cunningham and Jalen Durham, in my opinion, can go. Maybe should go. And I just started building around them. Like I said, if I didn't get Victor W, I go get some money to, I go bring in Cam Johnson and Kristaps Porzingis. And I know it's a risk for Kristaps Porzingis. I get it. I would like to see him rebound at a higher clip. But rim defense, rebound and stretching the floor, and defensively what he can bring, I'd do that if I don't get Victor W. Which the Pistons probably, we don't never know how the balls bounce in a lot. But yeah, that's what I am. I'm Johnson, Kristaps, Durham, Cade, and Jaden. I ride with that. And if I'm a new coach, the first thing I'm preaching is defense. I want them to defensively jail like previous Pistons great teams. You got the shooting, you got the basket attackers. We can play with a lot of pace. I would love to see Ivy get downhill, Cade get downhill. But I have to wait and see. But let me know what you girls and guys think. At that point, if I don't end up with them, I'm looking at it right now. I'm taking the next best available player, and I think I'm starting over with the roster. And that may start at the trade deadline, but that's another video for another day. Yeah, I'm starting over with the roster. I'm stripping that boy bare naked. Other than the 3 guys, anybody else can go. If I can obtain Cam Johnson, I'm doing it. If I don't end up with Victor W, I'm going to get Porzingis, and I want a coach that's going to, preach, everything all the way around. Defense. And, Cade and Ivy can work. Now, can the backcourt, Cade, Killian, and Ivy work with them at the 1, 2, and the 3? I don't think so. I think when Killian and Ivy or Killian and Cade out there, I don't think it works. I don't think it works. Now, they said, well, Killian can come off the bench and do his thing, then, hey. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. But as far as this, he's developing to a great player, man, either, you know what I'm saying, either you know what. That's the biggest exaggeration statement. But I ain't gonna get into that. But hey, check out Detroit Piston Talk playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJGood313, Venmo CJGood313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know, stick in the comment section. Peace.